I am going to install an electrical box in the wall so that I can run coax cable up to my attic. This particular connection will be for a TV antenna, but the basic idea can be used for any types of wires, such as speaker wires, drop cords, or whatever wires you need to run through a wall. You must first decide where you want to install the box. I'm going to install the box on this wall behind the TV. The box should be installed right next to a stud, so you can attach the box to the stud. So the first thing you're going to need to do is get a stud finder and mark where the stud is in the wall. Once I found the general location of the stud, I have taken an awl and I have found the edge of it. Now take the electrical box and line it up with the edge of the stud, and then trace around the electrical box with a pencil, like that. I'm now going to take a utility knife and cut this out. I have to be careful because there might be electrical wires running through the wall. By using a utility knife, it lessens the risk because the blade doesn't go as deep into the wall. Now that the hole has been cut, and we know the stud is solid right here, I will now need to go up in the attic and drill a hole in the top plate of the wall and run a fish tape down this side of the stud until we can grab the end of it in this hole. There are several ways to find this particular stud in the attic. You can either bore a hole in the ceiling and stick a wire up through the ceiling and find that wire in the attic. Or you can measure from that stud to the end of a wall and copy that in the attic on that wall. I have taken a wire and I have threaded it through a hole that I bored in the ceiling right next to the wall. This wire is directly above the hole I created in the wall. I will now go up in the attic and I will find this wire sticking out right next to the top plate, where I will then drill a hole to feed the cable through. I am now up in the attic and I have found the wire that I had poked through the ceiling right above the hole that I created in the wall. And as you can see at the base of the wire, if you come over a few inches, you have the top plate of the wall. This being the top 2x4 that runs horizontal on the top end of the wall. So now, straight across from that wire, I will drill a hole using a spade bit, and that's what I will take the fish tape through, and we will hook up through the hole inside. I will take a long wire, or in this case, a fish tape, and I will send the tape down the wall through this hole and have someone downstairs receive the end of it from the hole that we cut in the wall. As you can see, the end of the fish tape is now about a foot out of the hole. I will now tape the end of the coax cable on the end of the fish tape, and I will pull it through the wall to the attic. Now that I have the cable tied to the end of the fish tape, I simply just start pulling the fish tape up through the wall until I have the cable. Drill a couple holes on the side of the electrical box so we can mount this on the stud in the wall. On the back of the box, you will see these knockouts. You will want to knock one of them out, creating a hole that will receive the coax cable. Making sure that the electrical box is flush with the wall, you can now take some deck screws and secure the electrical box to the stud. I will now take my coax cable plate and turn it around. On the back side, I will secure the end of the coax cable onto this plate. Now I will feed the cable back up the wall, and then I will secure the plate onto the box. Back up in the attic, I have taken the other end of my coax cable and I have hooked it to my new antenna. The coax connection is now ready to use.